Hello, this is Jeffrey Powers, and welcome to another video episode on geekazine.com, www.geekazine.com, and also on YouTube, and also on Ustream.tv, which I have to, first of all, apologize. I haven't been coming out with regular content, simply because of the fact we've been switching stuff around, and of course I started the Ustream.tv channel. Still working on that. Need a couple more pieces, and of course, if you would like to do any types of sponsorship, go to geekazine.com, click on the Ustream.tv page, and it'll tell you a little bit more about that. Now, this week what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the computer case. Now, we've looked on the inside of PCs, and you've probably seen all those videos on how to put in, take out motherboards and processors and stuff like that. This week, what we're going to focus on is something that's a little bit different, and that's basically, how do you get rid of one of these cases? If you take your case, you're not supposed to set your case to the curb nowadays. You can actually get fined for that, and you can in some cities, and you can take your computer to a recycling center and actually pay them $10 to get it recycled. Well, if you take your computer apart and you recycle the pieces individually, then you can see you'll save a whole bunch of time and money on that whole thing. So I took apart my case. I actually got a new computer a few weeks ago, so I have my old case here, and I just thought we'd go over how you take apart a case so you can actually recycle the case. Now, as you can see, and I'm going to try not to get as much reflection as possible here, but you have the case here. There's three parts to the case, basically. You have your metal, your aluminum metal, or tin, or whatever's used. Usually it's aluminum that's unfinished. Then you have the finished size. That's usually the outer stuff. And then, of course, plastic. And then any extra pieces inside the computer. So, of course, we took the doors off. These are the doors right here. Took those off. And now we have the inside of the PC. As you can see, we still have the fan in here, we still have a speaker down there, and of course we have all these cables that we need to take care of. So we're going to take care of all this stuff. We're going to start with the fan here. Of course, with the fan, you just got some screws in the back, and you take a regular screwdriver, and you need to just take off the screws. And voila. Of course, I took out the other three screws, but right here. And this fan is actually very good. I actually bought this fan like a month before I switched out computers, so this should still be a good fan. It's got a little sensor on it, so I could use it for something else. Really nice piece, as it just falls to the ground. Alright. Now, I also took out some of the other pieces, like for instance, when I had to take out the hard drive. This is the hard drive enclosure, where I put the hard drives in. Of course, you have the slot bay doors, which are what I call the little thingies. And of course, the piece on the motherboard, they have these special pieces that you get like 4 or 5 of these, and they show you where the PS2 controllers are, where the Ethernet. Sometimes the Ethernet's over here, sometimes the Ethernet's over here. Depends on your motherboard. So you take that out, and this is also recyclable. So anyway, you have the case, and you want to separate it from the three components: the regular raw metal, the painted metal, and the plastic. So, and of course, this is all going to be different. All vary on from computer to computer. Now, when I took out the motherboard, I have these little plastic pieces in here, which you can't see too well. I'll show you in a second. But you just have to unscrew them if you have them in your case. Some cases, once again, don't have that, so they look like that. And probably can't get a good view of that, but it's just a little piece of plastic that holds the motherboard down. And you take all those out, take all the little screws and stuff like that out, and then you're left with this, the plastic and the metal piece. Now we're going to start... Oh, and the speaker. Almost forgot about the speaker. This one actually just has to pry out, so let's pry that out like that. There we go. And you got a little speaker. You need it. Then we have to take off the plastic. In this case, we have to take off the plastic. Now, there were some screws I took out earlier. What I'm going to do is there's just some plastic tabs. I have to hit those tabs, and this comes out just that easily. Look at that. Now, in this case, you have the plastic case, and all the wires the reset switch, the power switch, the hard drive switch, all that stuff is pretty much attached to this piece. So I've taken care of that. I'm left with the case and the top here. Now in this case, the top had some screws on it. I took out most of the screws. I got one more screw to go. So let's take that out. Easier said than done. There we go. And this should pop right off. There we go. So now I have one more painted piece to go with my three side pieces. So now I just have a piece of metal on 2 feet, which I just need to pry off with a screwdriver. The little rubber feet on the bottom. You might have to screw them out, you might have to just pry them out. Once again, depends on your case. So now we just have one big piece of raw metal, which you can collapse or throw into a recycle bin or something like that. But it's totally recyclable and totally usable for other things. If you got sniffs and cut out parts and stuff like that, use it if you're building boxes and stuff like that. So now we have the 3 parts. We have the bare aluminum, we have the coated metal parts, and then we have the plastic piece. And of course all the little pieces in between. Now you can safely recycle that case, throw it away properly, and get that going. So that's pretty much it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know. We got a new phone number, 608-205-4378. I haven't memorized it yet. So geekazine@gmail.com is the email. Of course, go to www.geekazine.com for all your information. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Thanks a lot for watching.